Hey guys, it's Hannah again. What's up? How you guys been? It's been forever. No, not really. It's only been 2 weeks, but it seems like forever. I apologize. High school has had me swamped. Junior year is so stressful right now. It's ridiculous. We have our writing SOL coming up, and then my English teacher is having us write so many papers, and then SATs are being signed up or whatever, and then sports, and I can play volleyball now. I'm so psyched right now. It's amazing. I'm really excited. My team is great, but sorry. Yeah, but other than that, it's been kind of chilled out. This weekend, it has gotten freezing cold. I mean, I'm a fan of fall and winter, but sometimes I miss the warm weather. Like today, I miss the warm weather. I had to put on socks and sweatpants and sweatshirts and a long sleeve t-shirt. It was ridiculous. But I guess that's just winter saying I'm coming for you, which I open with open arms because, I enjoy having hot chocolate and reading a book by a fire because I'm just that cliche. But whatever. Anyway, enough about me. We can start on our topic. Let's see, our topic tonight. Well, I was going to talk about false hope, but I don't think I should yet because that might tear a lot of people down, and I really don't want to tear people down. I want to build people up, so maybe I'll save that serious topic for another night. I was going to talk about how it's impossible to be neutral. A lot of people that say they're neutral about a topic, but then I started thinking about it, and I'm just like, it's kind of impossible to have a topic that you don't have an opinion on. And then I was going to talk about volleyball. So I think I might do being neutral and volleyball. So we can talk about being neutral first. So I think a lot of people are neutral because they're scared and they want to play it safe. And I understand that because a lot of times I'm neutral, especially when I started out doing this blog. I was just like, I'm going to be neutral. I'm going to state both points. But I don't know if you guys have been able to tell or whatever, but I have my own opinion on a lot of things. And I think people should know that it's okay to have your own opinion, because when you have your own opinion, you have your own thoughts, and then that means that you're being your own person, that you're thinking for yourself. And people don't think for themselves, and that's just it's so bad, because you have a brain for a reason, you have a mouth for a reason, you have feelings and emotions and actions for reasons, so you can express yourself. So I think that people should express themselves more and try to have an opinion on something, because I realized when I was doing one of my English prompt interpretations that my English teacher gives us 4 prompt interpretations, and it's you have this subject and it's take a side. Do you agree or do you disagree? Why or why not? You have to write an Instagram what? I meant an introduction. I don't know why Instagram came into my head. You have to write an introduction that has your thesis or whatever. But while I was writing it, I asked her, I said, what if we don't really have an opinion? And she said, well, that's why we're doing this. You have to have an opinion. And hers was you have to have an opinion for the writing SOL, because when you get your paper topic for the writing SOL, you can't write both sides. You have to pick one side, because if you write both sides, then you're going to get points deducted and you're not going to get a very good score. And I remember last year I wrote a paper, and my old English teacher told me to pick a side, and I didn't pick a side. And she gave me a 90, but she also wrote that, hey, maybe next time you need to pick a side, because that way you can make your argument stronger. And at first I was just like, no, because I want to be open to everything. And I kind of had an epiphany, because you can be open to a lot of things, but you can also still have your own opinion. Because I'm open to a lot of stuff. I'm open to reasons why people are for and against homosexuality. I'm open for people who worship one God, and then people who worship many gods. And then I'm also for tattoos and not tattoos, and why people think that they should be allowed in the workplace and not allowed in the workplace. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to have my own opinion. But when you open yourself up to all others' opinions, then your opinion might change. My psychiatrist, he was just he said, when I started off, I had a set opinion about everything. But then once I started talking to more people and seeing others' ideas of life and their definition and stuff, my opinions changed. And I thought that was pretty cool because I was the one who was like, I don't have an opinion on anything. I'm open to anything. But then again, you can't be open without having an opinion. Because when someone say you're talking to someone who is against tattoos, then you're witnessing a conversation for someone who's against tattoos and then someone who's with tattoos. So the person against tattoos is just like, I don't agree with tattoos because it ruins the body God gave you. Like, it's a sin to go, no, I'm not going to go on Instagram and like your picture. No, go, I'm sorry, excuse me. I hate when people, side note, I'll get back on topic, I promise. Don't text me and ask me to go like your picture on Instagram. No, I am not that loyal of a follower to go take time out of my day and go on Instagram and like your picture. Now, if your picture shows up in my feed later on tonight and I'm scrolling through, then I might like it. But now that you texted me, I probably won't. Okay, end of side note. Back on topic. So, person who's against tattoos says, I don't agree with tattoos because it's against what I believe. Alright, I respect you. And you know what? I'll look into it. Or maybe they don't like tattoos because they don't look good in 20 years. They could be correct, okay? Yes, I might say, you know what? Yeah, you have a point there. Maybe if you kind of let your body go or you just get old and wrinkly, that your tattoo's going to not be in the perfect shape it was once again. But then you have the person who has who's all for tattoos and says, hey, your body is an empty canvas, so shouldn't you paint your canvas? Shouldn't you decorate your canvas? And I think that would open my mind up too. Say, hey, maybe you're right. Maybe I have this amazing clear skin, empty skin to decorate it with things that I love. And it just makes you think. And I think that sometimes you're going to agree with people's opinions, and then sometimes you're not going to agree with people's opinions. But it's impossible to be neutral about every idea. Like, you're going to have an opinion. Now, some people say that they don't care about the government. You might not care who wins or what happens, but you do care about what goes on in the government, because the government is what holds the United States up. It's what holds our nation up. So, you care about something about our government. No, you may not care who wins or who's the president or whatever, but you do care about the outcomes. Like, you care if we go to war. You care if our country becomes a democracy. You care about if our country becomes a monarchy instead of a democracy. I mean, you have to care because it's going to affect you. And I think people think that it's okay to say you don't have an opinion or you don't care or I'm neutral or I'm Switzerland. But when you're Switzerland on topics, you're going to kind of be miserable because you don't want to hold yourself back and say, oh, I said I'm Switzerland, so I can't share my opinion. No, you shouldn't be able to do that. I mean, like I said before, you have a mouth, you have a brain, you have emotions for a reason. Now, you might as well use them to express your opinions. Now, don't use them and shove them down your throat, down other people's throats. That's kind of wrong. That's wrong. You shouldn't do that because everyone's entitled to their opinion. We ran into that problem last year when my English teacher said that we had to do a persuasive PowerPoint on some topic. I did modern euthanasia. This other girl, well, a lot of people did their topics on gay marriage. And people were for it against it. And people were very respectful about it. But then there was this one girl who was not very respectful about it. And she tore a lot of people down about it, especially one of the girls in my class who was who's a lesbian, and she doesn't have a problem with it. Like, she's proud to be a lesbian, and we're like, hey, you're a lesbian, good for you, whatever, like, go for it. I mean, we don't treat her any differently, but this girl, like, made her cry, and it was just like, you're gonna go to hell because you're a lesbian, and you're gonna go to hell because you believe in homosexuality. And it's not okay to say that. Like, I'm not saying that you should express your opinions like that. No, you should say, hey, you know, I don't agree with homosexuality, so in my book, you're going to hell. You shouldn't say that for sure you're going to go to hell, or for sure you're going to get blasphemed against the government, or you're going to get shunned, or whatever. No, it's not your right to say that. But you do have the right to express your opinion, and everybody is entitled to their opinion. So we have to respect their opinion on a certain level. Now, you don't have to agree, but you also don't have to stay quiet. You just have to find a way to express your opinion about their opinion respectfully. Because it's no fun of disrespecting people, because then that just adds into a big argument, and that causes fights and dramas, and nobody's about that life. No. But yeah, that's my say on, you know, staying neutral. I don't see the point. Like, staying neutral and staying open-minded are a lot different. And I think now that I've realized in myself that I'm open-minded instead of neutral, because I have, like I've said before, I have my own opinions about topics. But I'm also open-minded about my opinions. Like, my opinions can change based on what you tell me. And I think that's a really good way to remember, a really good thing to remember, that when you're going into a new situation that somebody has already been in, that you should always be open-minded to remember, you know what, hey, they have more experience and they might be able to help me through this. And then they might be able to change your mind. So, that's my little words of wisdom during this thing. Now we can talk about volleyball. My team. I'll cut it short because I know a lot of people don't want to hear about my team. But my teammates might. This year is like a really great volleyball season. We're like 6-3, so it's a really good record what my school's having right now. My team is actually really great. We all get along. There's only 10 players, which is kind of good. Like, a small team is better. So, I mean, we have certain people that do certain things. Like, we have our back row players, which are Kiera and Kyra and Allie. But then we also have JADA and Kia, who are really good back row players, and Kayla's a really good back row player. And Bria, Kia, and JADA and Maddie are hitters, and they're really good. Wait, how many? Why do I have 10 already? I haven't named me and Taylor. Hold up. There's Kiera, Kayla, Maddie, Taylor, me, Kyra, Kia, Bria, Allie. Who am I forgetting? Kiera? I don't know. Anyway, there are 10 players. Anyway, and we all have our designated issue. Well, I'm just getting on the court, but I'm having, like, my designated spot. But what I really like about our team is that we have our designated positions, but we also know how to help people in different positions. Like, this week has been kind of trying because we've been having some issues, but I was thinking about it later today, and I really love our team because we all watch out for each other. Like, we all look out on the court and we watch out and say, hey, you know what? Bria's not really feeling good, so we need to get her up. And then we get her spirits up, and then we feel better because we got her up. And, I mean, they're the people on the team that they just lighten everything up. And then it's just weird. Like, we all know everybody's weaknesses. Like, we know that, hey, you know what? If Kia doesn't get that hit, she's going to become frustrated. So we can be one step ahead of Kia's frustration and be like, hey, Kia, we know you didn't get that hit, but hey, you're going to get the next one because you always do. And the same thing with everyone else on the team. It's just like we're all constantly bringing each other up. And I think that I think everybody needs to do that in life, is that when you see someone down, or you know someone's going to be down about a test score or a relationship or a game or whatever, be 2 steps ahead of them and say, hey, you know what, maybe it didn't work out this time, but the next time I guarantee you'll do better because you're going to use this frustration to fuel your body next time. And I think that's why we have such a good record, is that because we remember how it felt to go into the hallway after we lost, and we felt horrible. Like, it was horrible. And I think that's really good. And I'm a supporter of pain, because if you didn't have pain, you wouldn't get any better, or heartache or whatever. And I think my team is kind of finally getting to that, like getting to that mindset. And I'm really excited for this season. I'm really excited. It's gonna be great. And even though our season is halfway over, which is really sad, but I think that we're gonna go away from this season. We're gonna go away. We're gonna end the season on a good note, and I think we're gonna stay friends with one another. At least I hope so, because I mean, we get along really well now, and so I don't see why we wouldn't once volleyball's over. So yeah, I love my team, and my team loves me, I think. Whatever, they do. They're really great, and they're supportive, and they've pushed me to keep going and not give up, and I really appreciate that of them, because it's hard to keep going when everything looks dark. So thank you, team. If you're watching, you are great, and I love you for it. That's all for tonight. I will try my best to do it do one next Sunday. I'm going to be at a Virginia Tech volleyball game and probably get home late, so I might do it Saturday instead. I'm babysitting my brother, unfortunately, because it's my mom's birthday, but that's okay. Guys, just have a great week. Be your best, and remember, I'm always here for you, and you're amazing. Bye.